Hi, everyone. My name is John Mile. I'm the lead product marketing manager for Microsoft Viva Learning. Really looking forward to sharing some exciting news and announcements we have today around Viva Learning. And I also have with me Saurabh.
Hello, everyone. I'm Saurabh. I'm the Group Product Manager for Microsoft Viva Learning. Really excited to be here with John to share everything that we have got in store for you for Viva Learning.
Great. So today we'll be covering a lot of ground. We'll start with a quick overview. We'll cover the news of the day. Saurabh will walk us through a live product demo. We'll look at some of the roadmap capabilities we have coming up, which are really exciting. And we'll close with some ways to get engaged with Viva Learning so you can get started today. So let's dive into it. We have a lot of exciting announcements and demos to show you today, but before we get into all of that, let's zoom out for a minute and talk about Viva Learning conceptually. As with all components of Microsoft Viva, which is our employee experience platform, one of our guiding principles is to keep the user at the center. That means bringing experiences to them, meeting them where they already are within their daily workflow. And from a learning perspective, this means answering the hard questions like, how do we make learning a natural part of your day? And how can we build a learning experience into the tools and platforms that you're already familiar with and already using every day? So the answer to those takes us to the first of the three pillars that you see on the screen here. And this is a really critical aspect of how we built Viva Learning and a really important concept for us. And that is bringing learning into the flow of work. By this, we mean seamlessly connecting into the day-to-day of our 250 million monthly active users of Teams. You can do things like search and discover content. You can share learning and chat. You can pin curated resource collections to tabs and within Teams channels and lots of other really cool features that Saurabh will walk us through later today. The second point here is around simplifying learning. By this, we mean making all of your learning available in one place. So we want to reduce bouncing between different point solution apps and different unfamiliar UIs and management systems and products and tools that your users don't spend their typical day in. How do we simplify all of your access to learning and bring it to your users? And again, this can be content from Microsoft-owned sources like LinkedIn Learning or Microsoft Learn or Microsoft 365 trainings. It can be your own custom content that you've built and have stored on SharePoint. It can be content that you have stored on your learning management system, or it can be content from third-party providers that your organization has subscriptions to. So all of that aggregated within Viva Learning in the flow of work. And then the third pillar here is about making learning personalized and relevant, with rich recommendation features and tools for managers and leaders to drive a learning culture to intelligent recommendations, all personalized for the individual learner and derived from the powerful insights that we have from the Microsoft Graph and the Microsoft Substrate, which you can see on the screen here are kind of the foundational layers for the diagram that we have and why we built Viva Learning. So looking at that diagram, the next layer up from that data layer is the aggregation layer. This is where Viva Learning brings together all of the different learning systems that your organization has access to. We're closely working with all of the partners whose logos you see on the screen now to integrate their content with Viva Learning, and we'll share more on that in a bit. The final layer here at the top is the platform layer. This is where the user actually experiences Viva Learning. It's primarily in Teams, but we're also bringing learning to wherever your users are across the Microsoft 365 stack. This can be SharePoint or Microsoft Search and Bing. It can be Office.com, Outlook, or of course the other Viva modules as well. So now that we've gotten a conceptual understanding of Viva Learning, let's dive into the news. Let's talk about the really exciting things today. So the headline here, of course, is that Viva Learning is now generally available. Since our initial Viva announcement back in February of this year, we've been hard at work building a fantastic learning product. We've collected tons of valuable feedback from hundreds of customers in our preview, as well as tons of Microsoft internal users. This feedback, as well as the principles that I just went over, have led us to this moment now, and we're really excited to share Viva Learning with you. So some of the details. If you're a licensed user for one of the Microsoft 365 or Office 365 SKUs that you see listed on the screen, that means that you can start using Viva Learning today. And I'm guessing because you're attending and watching this session that a very high percentage of you have access to this, so go start using it today. Some Viva Learning capabilities are included in your existing subscription, and some more premium capabilities are unlocked by purchasing one of the three add-on SKUs that you see on the bottom of the screen. So that's the Viva Learning standalone SKU, the Viva Suite SKU, which includes all of the Viva modules, or the Viva Suite SKU plus the Glint add-on. So let's dive into a little bit more detail there. On the left side of the screen, you'll see all the Viva Learning features that are included in your existing Microsoft or Office 365 subscription. These include a lot of really great capabilities, like, of course, the Viva Learning app in Teams. You can download that. You can pin it to your left nav rail. You also have access to our core social learning features. You can integrate your custom content stored on SharePoint. You have access to a set of 125 LinkedIn learning courses. On top of that, you have access to the full library of Microsoft Learn and Microsoft 365 trainings. You'll also be able to see interest-based personalization, which is custom to you as an individual learner, and more. So really a lot of powerful capability here included in the Viva Learning capability with your existing Microsoft or Office 365 SKU. On the right hand of the screen, you'll see the features that are unlocked with the purchase of the Viva Learning standalone SKU, the Viva Suite SKU, or the Viva Suite with Glint add-on. So a lot of great capabilities here. So you have things like more advanced admin features, like the ability to feature content to the organization. You also have the ability to integrate with your learning management system, the ability to integrate with any third-party content providers that your organization has subscriptions with, and you'll also unlock recommendations and recommendation management. Of course, we'll continue to add to this with a whole array of more exciting advanced features coming soon, and Sarah will dig into that in a minute when we go over the roadmap. So we talked a little bit about some of the partner integrations. Let's dive into that in some more depth here. We have a great set of partner integrations that are available now, and of course, more to come soon. So what you can see on the screen here is the top row shows all of the integrations that are live out of the box today. In addition to the Microsoft-owned sources that we talked about on the left, you'll also see learning management systems, Cornerstone On Demand, Saba, and SAP SuccessFactors. You'll also see a great set of learning content providers, Pluralsight, Skillsoft, Coursera, edX, Josh Bersin Academy, Go1, InfoSec, and Udemy. And then coming very soon, we'll also be adding Harvard Business Publishing, Edcast, Udacity, and Open Sesame to that list. And yes, of course, we're also building Microsoft 365 Learning Pathways to integrate seamlessly as a V2 of our SharePoint integration. On top of all of this, so these are the partner integrations available out of the box, we're also building a set of graph APIs to enable the entire learning ecosystem to integrate with Viva Learning. We'll have more information to share on this in the coming months, but just know that that will allow you to connect in any additional partner, ones that you don't see on the screen here, additional learning management systems, or even your own custom built platform from a learning perspective that you may have within the organization. So let's hear from a couple of our great partners that we're integrating with now.
As the world continues to change at an unprecedented pace, it has become more important than ever to place learning in the immediate context of employees' day-to-day activities. Many of our customers rely on Microsoft solutions to support collaboration across their business, and we want to offer SAP solutions where employees can most naturally and seamlessly access them. It's a powerful combination. With the release of Microsoft Viva Learning, learners will now be able to access SAP SuccessFactors Learning Course Catalog and their learning assignments directly within Viva Learning. Also, with our second half of 2021 release, we will offer the option to launch Microsoft Teams as a virtual classroom. Once the session ends, the attendance and completion can be automatically recorded. We've already received great feedback on these features, and there's even more to come. We've been working with Microsoft as well as our joint customers, reviewing integration opportunities for areas such as talent, learning, recruiting, rewards, as well as time. We look forward to evolving the SAP and Microsoft partnership. Learning while working is the new normal, and we want to support our customers to foster greater productivity and collaboration through learning in the flow of work.
Skillsoft is a global learning company. 70% of the Fortune 1000 trust us to help their people build the skills they need for the jobs of today and tomorrow, especially in the areas of technology, leadership, business, and regulatory compliance. So over the last year and a half, we have seen adoption of Microsoft Teams skyrocket in our customer base. This is really where work is happening right now. And we all know that learning in the flow of work is the next horizon in enterprise learning. But the question's been how? How is that going to happen? And Microsoft is answering that question right now with Microsoft Teams and Viva Learning. And that's why we're so excited to be part of this partnership and why our clients are so excited for this partnership. So we've created an integration between Skillsoft's Percipio platform and Microsoft Viva Learning. So we can deliver all of our courses, our books, our learning paths, our coding labs, certification prep, all through Viva. So this is a big deal. because Viva removes the barriers to learning by putting all of the learning in the same place for the learner, right where work is happening, right where they are every day. This enables learners to easily recommend and share content for collaborative learning. And most importantly, it enables a project team to pin learning directly to that project site. So it takes the guesswork out of everything. You don't have to wonder, like if you're on a transformation project, you don't have to wonder, what do I need to know to be successful in this project? All of the learning that's needed for that project team is all in that same team site, right next to chat and right next to files. So this is a big game changer for us. It's what we've all been waiting for, this merger of learning and work together. It's what's going to enable high performance among teams. It's what's going to enable people to grow and develop new skills and help organizations build that culture of learning.
Thank you, Sam, and thank you, Petula. Really great to see the excitement and love the integrations that we're building together. Now I'm going to hand it off to Saurabh to give us an actual demo of what Viva Learning looks like today. Saurabh, off to you.
Thanks, John. All right, so let's start exploring Viva Learning. In case you're using the app for the first time, you can look for it in the Teams App Store and add it to Teams. You can also pin the app so that you can get back to it very quickly, which is something which I highly recommend. Based on our user studies and valuable feedback from our preview users, we have developed the information architecture of the app to help our users get to what's most important as quickly as possible. You will see three key views: the Home view, the My Learning view, and the Manage view. The Home view is designed to help you find most important information at a glance and to explore learning content made available by your organization. Right at the top of the Home view, you will see learning content that has been featured by your organization, as well as top trending content in your organization. If you're interested in one of these, you can click and start playing the course right away. And there you go. You can see the content right within the app without ever having to leave
to work in an office.
Next on the home page, we have the personal progress section where you can see courses that have been assigned to you, recommended to you, or bookmarked by you. When you come into the app for the very first time, you can pick certain topics that are of your interest to personalize the app for your use. Once you hit save, the app will start automatically showing you content that is based on your interests. You can see all the courses that the app has identified for you by clicking on See All, where again you will be able to filter the courses by your interests, the providers of those courses, and the duration of those courses. Next up, we have the trending section, which lets you view courses that are currently popular in your organization. If you move ahead, you can see that all the courses that have been made available to you by your organization are available here in the Browse Courses section, where you can see the courses aligned by your interests or all the providers that are available in your organization. For example, here we see that this organization has configured LinkedIn Learning, M365 Training, Cornerstone, Saba, SAP SuccessFactors, Edcast, Skillsoft, Udemy, Coursera, edX, Pluralsight. We are working closely with the leading learning management systems and content providers to provide more connections to the Viva Learning app. I also love this duration filter. This lets me choose courses that I can fit into my schedule based on the time that I have available. If I like a particular course, I can just bookmark it and view it later. Let's move to the My Learning section next. This is your one-stop shop to see all the courses that you have completed, recently viewed, bookmarked, or courses that have been recommended to you. Very soon, you'll start seeing all the assignments also available right here for you. As you browse through or take courses, if you like one which you think would be relevant for your peers, you can very quickly share it with them using this Share to Teams or Copy Link feature. Licensed users can also recommend the courses with a certain due date for their peers. Add their name, provide a helpful suggestion, and add the due date, and recommend them the course. As soon as you do that, they will get a notification in their team's activity feed, and Viva Learning will automatically remind them as the due date for the course approaches. Moving on to the Manage section, this is where you can check the status of the recommendations that you have made. For example, the course that we just recommended, I'm sure Anna might not have started it by now, but we can see when she starts it and when she has completed it right here. Not only this, once Viva Learning becomes available in your organization, it makes learning content available in many other places outside the app as well. For example, if a team member is asking you about a particular training, you can just go to the Viva Learning Compose extension, and from here, you can directly suggest them an appropriate training without even having to leave your flow of work. There you go. Not just this, Viva Learning also allows teams to manage their own learning content. For example, if this team wants to add some training for its new joinees, all it needs to do is add a tab to their channel. Give it a nice name. Search for the right courses. And there you have it. The tab gets added, and now subject matter experts and the team lead can continue to add more relevant content to this tab for their new joinees as well as existing employees to refer to.
Great. Thanks, Sarah. Those are some really cool features. I know personally, as I'm starting to use Viva Learning, I use a lot of those capabilities myself, and it really does help bring learning into the flow of work. So can you show us now how some of the admin capabilities work to configure learning for organizations?
Sure, John. We've really tried to make Viva Learning setup and maintenance effortless for the admins. When an admin, for example Anna, logs into the app, they see this admin section from where they can control various aspects of the app. For example, they can create a new featured set to be shown on top of the app. They can enable or disable the trending content from being included in that top section. To create a new featured set, all they need to do is give it a nice title, an end date, to decide how long to run the campaign, and find the right courses and save the featured set. The featured set now becomes available and can be published right away. Similarly, setting up the content providers and the learning management systems to work with Viva Learning is also very simple. All the admins need to do is come to the M365 Admin Center, go to the Settings section, Org Settings, and under the Services tab, they will see Viva Learning. Once you click on Viva Learning, all the settings for configuring the content providers will load up over here. You will notice that the seeded content sections are already checked, and if you need to add any other content provider, all you need to do is check them. And if the content provider or LMS requires your subscription details, you can just input them here and save them. Once you provide these details and save, within a few hours, Viva Learning will ingest the content from these sources and start showing it up inside your Viva Learning app. The last exciting feature for today's demo is Viva Learning's integration with SharePoint. Many organizations already have their own content which they would like to be distributed amongst their employees for the employees' learning and training needs. To do so, all their administrators need to do is come here, check this SharePoint box, and enter the SharePoint site. Once they do that and save this configuration, Viva Learning will go and create a specific list at this SharePoint site. Let me show you how that list can then be configured to extract content from other SharePoint sites and make it available into Viva Learning. I'm at that SharePoint site now, and if you look into the site contents, you will see a SharePoint list called Learning App Content Repository present over here. If you go here, what you can do is that you can add different folder URLs from where you want the content to be ingested. Let me show a quick example. So I can click New here, enter a relevant folder URL, give it a nice name, and save it. Now Viva Learning will ingest the training material that is present in this SharePoint, which is all this content here, index it and make it available for searching within Viva Learning. As we can see, there is this public speaking video available here. Let's see if I can locate this in Viva Learning now. Now back in our Viva Learning app, when I search for public speaking, I get the search results. And what I can see is that if I filter the providers to my own organization, the course content that was ingested from my own SharePoint site is available right here. I can play it from here. I can bookmark it, recommend it. All the things that I showed you during the demo work very well with my own ingested content.
Thanks for walking us through the product, Saurabh. A lot of really cool capabilities live now. Now, can you show us some of the roadmap features and stuff that we have coming ahead?
Sure, John. We have a very exciting roadmap ahead, and I'm really happy to share that with you today. Starting with enabling the sync of assignments and completion statuses from our partnering learning management systems to making the recommendations more personalized based on the user's role, skill, and career and organization's requirement. We want to make Viva Learning a really intelligent system that anticipates your needs and presents you with the right courses at the right time. We'll also provide ways to define and assign learning paths for the team and the individuals, so folks can have a solid plan and see how they're moving towards their goals. Another area that I'm really excited about is our integration with other Viva modules. For example, surfacing relevant learning content through Viva Insights, through Viva Connections, and the integrations with Viva Topics to bring learning closer to the topics that are common in your organization. One of the most challenging aspects that our users have mentioned is that despite their best intentions, they find it hard to make dedicated time for learning. We'll be partnering with the Insights and Outlook teams to help users better manage their learning priorities by adding learning time onto their calendars and managing it more effectively. We'll soon start providing more personal, team, and org level reporting and analytics to help users and organizations understand what kind of training folks are finding most useful and what needs to be improved in the learning ecosystem. We'll also be providing features to let knowledge administrators, managers, team leads, and subject matter experts within an organization to be able to create and curate content and serve it to the right audience in their organizations. Looking ahead, we will be focusing on making learning more personalized as well as more social. For example, to create learning circles, exchanging notes and feedback about courses, and so on. Research has really shown that group learning significantly improves completion and retention of learning. And we want to make that possible within organizations, and we want to make it really fun for users to interact with their peers and learn together. While we do this, we want to bring all our ecosystem partners along with us in this journey. So we'll be working in deepening our integrations with our learning management system partners and allowing for greater exchange of content and signals, making the integration faster as well as easier through Microsoft Graph APIs is something that we have on our roadmap to ensure that everybody can start contributing to this ecosystem. We really want to make learning effortless, impactful, and joyful, and we hope for your support in this journey.
Thank you, Saurabh. A lot of really cool features there. Great features, as you showed in the demo that we have live today in the product, and also some really exciting things upcoming on the roadmap. So let's finish off here. We've already heard a ton of great feedback from internal Microsoft Viva users, and we're looking forward to hearing yours. To get started, there's a couple of actions you can take today. So first, you can visit the links on the screen to read the official announcement blog and get even more details there. You can visit aka.ms/Viva Learning for pricing and licensing details. There's also a link on the screen here to a webinar, which demonstrates how Viva Learning helps solve some of the key pain points in the learning industry. And like we said before, you can start using Viva Learning today. You can find it in the App Overflow menu in Teams. Just search for Viva Learning, pin it to your left nav rail, and start learning today. And as you get started, also know that we are building a fast track module, which will come online in the coming weeks, which will help you deploy and roll out Viva Learning into your tenants. So I just want to say thank you for your time today. We're really excited to share Viva Learning with you, and we're looking forward to learning in the flow of work with you.